Here we are, guys. It is the first ever Q&A with me, Kevin Frasard, and I got 5 questions in front of me. These ones come up all the time, so I figured this would be a good place to start with a Q&A. And we will get started with, what was your first guitar? My first guitar was a brand called Lady Luck. I actually Googled to see if I could find the particular guitar I used to have. It was a Fender Stratocaster copy, and I can't find any pictures on Google. Like, there's none out there. Now, there is some Lady Luck, like ESP Explorer models, like the James Hetfield knockoff kind of guitar, but none of the Fender Strat like I had. And this one was like a cream colored body, and it had the white pick guard on it. So it was pretty much everything a Fender Strat was. It just had a little bit different headstock design. So that was my first guitar, and I played that for a good 2 years before I got into a Jackson JDR 94 that my dad picked up for me at Guitar Center. And then after that, he was really impressed by the progression of my playing, because I was just spending hours and hours in my room learning like all the Cannibal Corpse stuff. I remember back when I was about 13 or 14, around this time, when I was like tabbing out the Gallery of Suicide and Vile albums. I could play those front to back. I remembered every single song all the way through. And I played those at the store on a Jackson Randy Rhoads 1 that was marked down to $4.99. The guitar was brand new. A guy put a tag on it. He pulled it down. At first it was $9.99, and even back then I just knew so much about the guitars and how much they cost back then. And when he pulled that guitar down, I said, something's not right. Are you sure that that's the right price tag? And me asking the guy at Guitar Center or whatever, but just kind of being a little smart ass. And he's like, no, actually, this is the price. And then he pulled out a $4.99 tag and stuck it on there. Wow, like my jaw hit the floor. But I grabbed the guitar and I played on it for a good hour and a half, and like I couldn't put the damn thing down. It just sounded and played amazing. It's USA model. So my dad ended up buying that for me like a week later. It was like an early birthday present, and that was really freaking cool. But yeah, I played that for quite a while, and then guitars have come and gone in my life. I've had a lot of them. But let's move on to the next question. What do you do for work? I am a drywall finisher. I tape and I sand, I cover, finish, do all that stuff. And I also paint as well to go with that. I've been doing that for about 12 years, so that's what I do for work. And let's see, did you play sports in high school? I did not play sports in high school. I was always pretty small. I was like 4 feet tall all the way up to about 14 years old, and then I started to slowly creep up. And let's see, I hit puberty like close to 15. I was kind of a late bloomer there. And once I started doing the push-ups and sit-ups in my room, and that pretty much opened the door and got me, where I am today, just bodybuilding. So September will be 22 years that I've been bodybuilding. So let's see, the next question. What do you do when you're not playing guitar or working out? I love deer hunting. I love fishing. I like to BMX freestyle. I actually got a 2017 Harrow Master. Got the throwback to the 1987. Like I love 80s freestyle flatland bikes, and I don't take as many risks as I used to, because I used to be a big BMXer, freestyle flatland, whatever you want to call it. I did a lot of that when I was younger, from like about 8 years old to maybe about 12, 13. And I just kind of got lazy. I kind of fell off of it. Not to mention how many times I fell off the bike trying to learn some of these tricks. But like these days, I just won't take the risk as much anymore. It's like you got to go to work and make a paycheck. So, you end up breaking a bone or something. Your boss don't give a shit if you pulled off a decade or some kind of boomerang, these kinds of tricks on the flatland. You fall on your face, you break a bone, he's getting rid of you, he's finding somebody else to do the job, and then you're out of a paycheck, out of a job. So things are a little bit different when we get older. So now we are on question number 5. How long have you been playing? And this second part kind of goes along with this. I figured I'd include this on this question. So it's, how long have you been playing guitar, and tips on improving speed? I've been playing guitar for a little over 25 years. It'll be 26 years coming up here pretty soon, actually. And tips on improving speed, I mean, this ties into just the overall duration of playing guitar. Just a lot of time just doing the same thing over and over and over. It's just, that's like, I kind of have the Derek Roddy approach when it comes to, like, when you watch his I think it's Drum Talk, or I can't remember. Maybe it was Vic Firth put on a video on YouTube. It's like an hour and a half segment where he goes into. He really says he doesn't like that word practice. I mean, I kind of see where he's coming from when it comes to learning your chops and everything when you're a drummer or you're a guitar player, what have you. I like his approach to it because really the only way you're going to get good at playing blast beats is to play blast beats. The only way you're going to get good at tremolo picking is tremolo picking, down picking, down picking. You name it. Like, you just got to spend a lot of time overall doing all these different techniques. I mean, I remember I never had a guitar teacher. I mean, when I was younger, I had to figure all this out on my own. And back then we had MTV, when MTV still played music videos, and I kind of watch some of these guys. And the first guy that I ever saw playing any kind of heavy metal, the first video I saw was it was Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss, and then after that, I mean, there wasn't a lot of fast picking in that song at all. But I saw Ditto Head shortly afterwards, and see Jeff Hanneman doing this. So I kind of like explored that a little bit. I'm like, all right, well, that must work for him. So maybe that's how you do it, and I'm gonna try to make that work for me. Back then, there really wasn't a lot of metal players, or just meeting other people to do this for you, especially when you're a kid. So that's just how I've been playing ever since. I've gotten a little bit better at it, where I can just I can kind of use a little more of this and not so much from the elbow, because I was all elbow back then when I played guitar, and I've been able to break away from that a bit more and just spend a lot more time just doing this from the wrist and the fingers. But I still use a little bit of arm to get some of that power. But yeah, it's just a lot of time spending doing it, and the more you practice, the better you get at stuff. I mean, just sit there with it. No matter how frustrated you get, you just gotta dust yourself off, get back up, and just keep doing it. So I remember actually my music books, especially my Divine Intervention, my Slayer book, my music book that I picked up back when I was a kid, trying to learn that stuff. I thought it was impossible back then. But there's a couple creases in there, and I remember what those creases are on the cover of the book. It's from when I got so frustrated and I took the book and threw it at the wall. Like, I'm never gonna be able to play this. This is too hard. It's impossible. It's not impossible. I mean, those parts that I can remember not being able to play, I go back and this is like nothing now. So yeah, just keep spending time at it. Just keep working at it. You will eventually get it. I mean, it's just how bad you want it. You want something bad enough, you can get it. So yeah, that's my 5 questions that I got presented to you guys, and I'll keep going through these comment sections. I'll keep finding the good ones, the ones that I get the most of, and I'll keep sharing them with you guys. So if you like this video, you guys give it a thumbs up for me, and there'll be more uploads on the way, of course. So I appreciate you guys watching, and you guys take care.